All right, everyone. I figured I'd do something a little bit different. Let's talk about ROM hacks for the Nintendo DS. Now, I'll do this both on emulation on the Nintendo 3DS because they have their own emulation that you can use there, and I'll use it on a flash card as well. So I have several different flash cards that I've collected throughout the years. I think I have 3. So I'll pick one of them and I'll use it there as well, and we'll talk more about it too. So without further ado, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Thank you for everyone who's been doing it so far. You guys are awesome, and let's get into it. All right, so first up is going to be Advance Wars Dual Strike. Now this is a ROM hack for Advance Wars Dual Strike. It looks like it's, let's see what the changes are. Lash deals plus 10% offensive per stats instead of 5. This also Lash receives an offensive boost on pipes and steams. So pipe runners get a boost. Coal receives an offensive boost, and Kindle receives an offensive boost as well. So it looks like they did more tweaking on the characters itself. So I'll be very interested to see when I put it on the 3DS and 2DS, and the regular DS, see how it looks. See if there's any other surprises that I don't know about. But it's pretty cool that people are still working on these things. This one was released March 23rd, so literally 2 days ago. Now, which is pretty good considering that my Advance Wars game for the pre-order for the Switch was just canceled by Nintendo. So I won't be able to play that there, but at least this will hold me over for a little bit at least. I like to play in the old Advance Wars. So what we're going to do now is let's just move over to the DS and just check it out there. Alright, so we're back. So here's the hardware I'm going to be doing for this 2DS emulator. I got a new Nintendo 3DS that will be using emulation. I have flash card here that's going to be playing it off of an SD card, and I got another flash card here. So I got the Ace card 2 and, sorry, not this one. This is an extra one. I want to use the DS 2 Plus 4-in-1. This is a very good flash card. I recommend it if you can find it. These are also getting kind of scarce. Now, the 3DS, the new 3DS has an emulating device within it that you can use to emulate these games as well. So let's just show off what we're going to do. We're going to put, we have the original DS here. We have a DSi XL and the new 3DS. So let's just put this one in. We got one here. We got, take a game out of here. We have another one right here. And then this one already has its memory inside. So let's start them all up. Okay. Now I'm going to move the camera down a little bit. That way the angle's better. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Turn this one on now. Okay. And let's lower the volume though. We don't have too many issues. And this one needs to be turned on as well. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So devices are powering on. Let's go to the first one. Here we go. Here's another one right here. Okay. Now I'm going to be using this software here. Okay, it's going to was a TWI Lite. Start up. Give them all a little bit of time. That way they can start up. Now this one kind of acts like it's a DSi, I believe. You know what? Let's also go get the games ready themselves. ROM hacks. Interesting. Okay. You know, this one's actually, if you look at it, it's not recognizing the other games that I had. So let me see if this one does. might have to do with the file format, which means I'll just have to go and change it. You know, just to save time, what I'll end up doing is I'll just compare those two just for now. All right, let's go back. Hacks, and that's the same thing. So that means that I never change the file extension at the end. It's fine. So what I'll do then is just compare these two. So here's going to be, this one's going to be off a flash card. This one's going to be off emulation. So now let's go to right here, which is to check the games. Okay. So here we have, and now this is where we're going to just start breaking off the sections. So now let's get into Advance Wars. And they're both loading. Press them at the same time pretty much. Alright, so the flash card starts faster. Now this one's supposed to have better attacks, stuff like that, like we already mentioned. Really do like Advance Wars. It's a great game. New game, alright. Now, think about the 2DS, you just need to learn that. So I mean the new 3DS or any 3DS, it's not going to be full screen. You could make it full screen, it just wouldn't look the same. I personally like to play these games on original hardware. Even though it is backwards compatible, I feel like it just looks better on an original screen. Maybe it's just the aspect ratio. For some reason, I always felt like it looked better on an original screen. Okay. I don't know, I just feel like it looks better on an original screen, even though the new 3DS one is pretty nice too. Let's see if we can just go a little faster on this one at least. Now it's gonna follow the same, so if you ever play this game, you're probably not gonna notice like any obviously big difference. You'll notice it when you use your specials and when you go on the attack. So what I just want to do is go on to the next one now. Okay, how do I go back on this one? Let's see. Just gotta quit. Okay. Put the game up again. Oh, I think I dropped it too hard. Man, get gentle with these things. My goodness. Okay. Two, they're very delicate. There we go. Put it down very nicely. Okay. Next one we're going to do is a Castlevania. Let's just start the Castlevania in a second. All right, so next up here is a pretty much a fan favorite, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. Now, there are plenty of Castlevania fans out there. That's a very popular IP. So I'm not surprised that there would be a ROM hack of this. There was a ROM hack for the Game Boy Advance. There's probably a ROM hack for the Super Nintendo. This is a very, very popular IP. Now let's just go over what this hack does. Now this says it's a whole bunch of improvements. They have bug fix. They're considering this the definitive edition hack. So this rebalance and creates the best way to play Dawn of Sorrows. So here they're going to showcase. I would say they have a video here. It will show that, you know, we'll just look how it looks on the actual. Now, you know what, let's see if I can play it actually. Oh, you know what? Let's see. All right, so next up we're going to try the Castlevania. So let's start it up. All right, so they're loading. As always, flash card does start a little faster, especially this one takes a little longer on first boot. That's pretty cool. In case you wanted to save space on your game card, you don't have to have one of these flash cards with you. So I'll show it here. Game start. At least you can skip it. That's cool. Throw bones. Why? Okay, we'll miss the 2DS. I mean, sorry, the DS family. Had a lot of great games, I'll say that. Nice. I think we have to give more love to the Castlevania games. Very good collection. They are a very good collection. You got the same thing here. Definitive Edition Plus, you can tell right here. That's how you know it's a ROM hack. Right there. You're probably missing the best parts is the audio. Oh, not too loud. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's a cool ROM hack. Definitely got to give it a little bit more attention. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Okay, so next up is a Mega Man Star Force DX. So this is a mod for the Mega Man Star Force 1. This completely modernizes the game, includes new features, changes, tweaks throughout the entire game, bringing the game up to speed with Mega Man Star Force 2 and Mega Man Star Force 3. This mod aims to create more gameplay depth and replayability, unifying all three of the games, reduce the latency on multiplayer, because I guess you used to rely on a lot of multiplayer, and much, much more. So it looks like they did a lot of stuff. The font's been changed to match the newer games. Star cards have been added. All touchscreen inputs and minigames can now be done with buttons. That's pretty cool. This is probably more important for emulators that aren't using a DS or a 3DS emulator. The new difficulties, legendary mode. Wow, they actually done a lot of stuff. They added new save slots. Man, they did a lot of stuff in this game. I'm a big Mega Man fan. I haven't particularly played too much of the Star Force genre, but I'll definitely give it a shot. It looks... Oh, okay, it's the Battle Network. Now, I've played a whole bunch of the other Battle Network games. That I've done a lot. But it looks like it's a Battle Network. But we'll check it out in a second anyway. Now, all credits go to this huge team. I've seen Professor Nine in other stuff. There's Happy Man, who did the graphics. Juma did translation. Mega Man Rock EX. I guess this is a real big Mega Man fan. He did graphics. Midnight W graphics. Professor Nine production. And Salad did graphics. Cool. So it's pretty cool. This one was February 26th, so about a month ago now. But very recent. Like I said, I love seeing these things. People are putting a lot of time and effort into them and into 2022. So it's amazing to see this stuff is still happening. Now let's just go over to the DS. All right, so next up is going to be Mega Man. Mega Man Star, it's a DX, I believe. Okay. Yeah, Mega Man Star Force DX. So let's start up here. Okay. Let's start up here. Yeah, I tested this one already here out, so start it up right away. Also a very cool game. ROM hacks make it very nice as well. So this is the ROM hack, as you can tell. Legend. I think that's the new mode. So if you're definitely a fan of any of the Mega Man Battle Network games, you will probably like this game. And especially if they've done stuff to it to help improve the game, you'll like it as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, if there's anything anybody would specifically like me to talk more about for a ROM hack, like, for example, playing it more, please leave a comment. I'll definitely experiment with it and see how it goes. Other than that, I can't spend too much time or else this video will go for a very long time, and I don't think anybody wants that. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely the ROM hack. And I feel like, was it this game? No, I think it might have been another one that was a DS and a Game Boy Advance release. I don't think it was this one though. But it's definitely a Battle Network game family. One, I believe they're the same characters, aside from Mega Man. Is it? Let's see. No, it's not. Cool. Alright, these RPG games are just going to go on forever. So, I'm just going to go on to the next one now. Alright, real quick. Last one. This one's not going to be too long. It looks like they've done a little bit of work to it, not a lot. Looks like they made it a little bit harder. Looks like they've added more of the Pokemon and the move pools. They've added a lot of stuff just to make it harder. So it looks like it should be more challenging, which will be interesting to test out. I only put this one here because it was a recent one in 2022. There are a lot of other great ROM hacks for Pokemon for the DS that I do want to revisit in another video. This one's strictly just because it was in 2022 within the last couple months. So this won't get too much of a long presence in the video. Just a quick note of it. But looks like this was done by Refined Platinum. He did the hacking. It looks like he's a sole provider for this hack. All right, let's show it off in the DS. All right, last to test out was just this recent Pokemon SoulSilver game. Let's just see if the patch works. Okay, let's put you here and let's try you. Anti-piracy. Interesting. Looks like it already started running on this one. Now, obviously, you need to have these games to rip them. I mean, there are other ways, but it's the right way to get it the first time. Let's see if it identifies as a ROM hack. Let's see. Just looks like SoulSilver. Now, this might be something I need to really go through. And if I remember correctly, it really might be something I have to go through. This is going to be hard to test to see how the ROM hack actually looks, especially because it looks like it's starting off exactly the same. So I won't be able to actually verify it, but it says this makes it harder. Now, I'll believe that when I see it, but this, I really can't show it as much because I have to get at least to the first gym badge just to see if it is actually stronger. But all right, everyone, thank you for taking the time to watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Thank you.